What if you could walk where gods were believed to walk? Stand beneath the same sky where Zeus hurled lightning? Touch the cave where the Norse believed the world tree stood? Or visit a mountain where Japanese spirits were said to descend through the mist? These aren't just stories, they're places you can actually visit. Today, we're traveling across 6 continents to explore the sacred geography of ancient gods, from mythic temples to natural wonders believed to be touched by the divine. From Iceland to India, Peru to Papua, ancient people saw the earth itself as holy. Mountains, rivers, caves, these weren't just geography, they were where gods were born, ruled, and vanished. In this video, we'll explore 6 sacred sites, each tied to a different mythology, and ask, what did these places mean to the people who worship there, and what do they still hold today? Let's begin in the far north. In Norse mythology, the universe was anchored by Yggdrasil, the great world tree. Its roots reached the land of the dead, and its branches touched the home of the gods. While Yggdrasil itself may be mythical, some scholars believe Norse rituals were held in places meant to represent its roots, dark volcanic caves in Iceland and Norway. One such cave is Vidgelmir, one of Iceland's largest lava tubes. It's a vast, echoing tunnel, alive with steam and darkness. To early Norse people, it may have symbolized the gateway to hell, the underworld. Shamans called vulvas may have descended into these caverns to speak with spirits, deliver prophecy, or perform rites tied to fate. In a mythology obsessed with cycles of destruction and rebirth, these caves weren't just holes in the ground, they were living altars, portals, mouths of the gods. Now we head to ancient Greece, to Delphi, the sacred sanctuary of Apollo. The Greeks believed Delphi was the center of the world, marked by the Omphalos stone, or navel. But more than geography, it was home to the most powerful oracle in history, the Pythia. Seated over a fissure in the earth, she inhaled mysterious vapors and spoke prophecies in Apollo's voice. Kings, generals, and philosophers traveled hundreds of miles to ask, should I go to war? Should I marry? Will I win? The temple of Apollo at Delphi still stands, perched on a mountainside with views that stretch into myth. Beneath it flows the Castalian Spring, where pilgrims once purified themselves before approaching the god. The words carved into Delphi's temple still echo today, know thyself. Delphi wasn't just a holy site, it was a bridge between humans and gods, fate and free will. Even now, walking those ruins feels like stepping into something timeless. Thousands of miles away, deep in the jungles of Mexico, lies the city of Palenque, an ancient Mayan city where gods and kings were one and the same. Inside the Temple of the Inscriptions is the tomb of King Pakal the Great. His sarcophagus is carved with a stunning image, Pakal falling into the underworld or rising through the world tree. Scholars debate the meaning, but to the Maya, it was simple. Kings became gods, and temples were gateways between the worlds. Now, we travel to Japan. In Shinto belief, gods, called kami, live not in statues but in nature itself. Forests, waterfalls, rocks, and especially mountains. One of the most sacred is Mount Miwa in Nara Prefecture. Here, there's no towering shrine at the peak, no torii gates, because the mountain is the shrine. It's considered so sacred, visitors aren't even allowed to climb it. Instead, they bow from a distance. In Shinto, nature isn't a symbol of divinity, nature is divinity. Then to Ghana, in West Africa, where Lake Bosumtwi sits inside an ancient meteor crater. Among the Ashanti people, it's believed to be the lake where souls go to speak to Nyame, the sky god. Locals never fish with metal boats, only traditional wooden planks, out of reverence. The stillness of the lake is eerie, sacred. It's a place where silence has meaning, where water reflects more than the sky. In Australia's red centre rises Uluru, the great sandstone monolith sacred to the Anangu people. According to Aboriginal Dreamtime stories, called Jukurpa, Uluru was shaped by ancestral beings during the creation of the world. Every ridge, cave, and crack tells a piece of that story. The caves around its base are lined with paintings tens of thousands of years old. These are not just art, they are sacred maps, passed down through generations. For years, tourists climbed the rock, but today, out of respect for Anangu culture, climbing is banned. Because Uluru isn't a tourist attraction, it's a living ancestor, a place where the earth still speaks if we're quiet enough to listen. This is sacredness you can't photograph, you have to feel it, in the red dust, in the silence, in the stories etched into stone. What unites all these places, caves, temples, mountains, and lakes, isn't their architecture, it's their presence. These places weren't made holy by bricks or ceremonies, they were always sacred. They remind us that long before organized religion, people saw the world itself as divine. A mountain wasn't a pile of rock, it was a god. A spring wasn't a water source, it was a voice. In these myths, geography isn't background, it's spiritual terrain. Every location is a character in the story of humanity and its search for meaning. So next time you stand at the edge of a mountain or near a cave or beside a still body of water, pause. You might be standing where the gods once walked. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more deep dives into the world's incredible histories.